guys, and welcome to another review video and take a look at my new surroundings for the next couple months. Since I'm finally out of my dorm room, I'm a little bit limited on where I'll be able to film certain things now, so right now I'm just going to work with what I have. I do want to say that I'm so excited because in a few weeks I will be getting my new camera, so no more laptop videos. I will have one of those like little GoPro looking cameras, so I'm very excited to get that. And it's in perfect timing because I do plan on vlogging my BookCon trip in June, so I'm very excited about that. I don't know if you can see my mom's dog in the background. Hopefully he won't get all up in the shot. He likes to invade personal space a lot. So today I'm very excited to review a book that I knew I would love from the very beginning. Obviously I knew I would love this book so much because I love the author and I loved her first book. So I'm very excited to be reviewing from Twinkle with Love by Sanya Menon. Apologies already if I do not pronounce names correctly. You know how bad I am at that, but I loved this book. I was so grateful to receive an early copy from Simon Teen, and for some reason, I did not pick it up and read it immediately. I don't know, I think when I got it, I was so wrapped up in like getting other things read, so this was kind of like on the back burner. But I really wanted to do a giveaway after I read this book, so I picked it up already, finished it in a good amount of time, and as of this filming right now, the giveaway is still going on Twitter, but probably by the time this video is up, the giveaway will have ended, so don't bother going to Twitter to try and enter. So anyway, what we have in this book is Twinkle. She is kind of like an outcast, or as she called herself, a groundling. And her best friend right now has just kind of transitioned into the fancy feathered hat people. So they're still friends, but Twinkle is just kind of jealous and doesn't feel like that her friend Maddie is really being a good friend to her right now. So kind of like in the When Dimple Met Rishi book, Twinkle is part of a family that's very reserved in their religion, but Twinkle is kind of put aside by her parents because her father works at a youth home, so he spends more attention with the people at the youth home. And then her mother recently passed away, so her mom is kind of like a recluse right now. She doesn't really want to get out of bed. She doesn't really want to do things that she used to do. And Twinkle's pretty sure that her mom blames her for her mother's death because it happened in India and they weren't able to go. And basically her mom like really misses India. She misses her home. And then we have Dottie, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Dottie is kind of like, you know, the grandmother, and she is very eccentric. She believes in like old ways, you know, kind of magic and voodoo type stuff. And she's very humorous. I really like Dottie. So Twinkle really wants to become a part of the whole Feather Hats group, the popular people. So she has this major crush on Neil, who is just this swimmer, and he's very popular, and he also has a twin brother named Sahil, and Sahil has a big crush on Twinkle. That's pretty obvious as soon as you meet Sahil. So Twinkle and Sahil team up to create a female version of Dracula, where instead Dracula is Draculas. So they team up to make this film, so Twinkle will actually be able to get her skills out there when it comes to directing. And of course, this, you know, excites Sahil so much. And almost immediately in the book, we find out that Twinkle is receiving emails from a secret admirer who signs off as in. So of course, she's going to think it's Neil, so she's very excited about this. But she's also falling for Sahil in the process while receiving these emails and while still having a crush on Neil. So it's all a big mess, and really what this book was to me is just Twinkle figuring out who she is. You know, she feels like such an outcast, she feels like such a loner and a loser, and she's on the verge of losing her best friend. She's complicated with her love life, and she's worrying about her parents and getting their attention again, so her life is just up in shambles right now, and a lot goes on in this book. It's in the form of kind of like a diary where she's addressing these other female directors that she looks up to. And while I do think that maybe romance is the bigger part of the story, I do think it's more about Twinkle herself. It's really not so much about the friendship or the family. It's just about Twinkle finding herself, finding out who she's really meant to be in this world other than, you know, a popular girl. Because she's so stuck on this fantasy of becoming this popular girl that has all these friends, has this fabulous life, and it's sad that she's just stuck on that kind of fantasy, you know, because her life is really good. She's got all these friends that she's gaining because of this film, and it was annoying at times when she kept talking about the freaking fantasy that she has of being Neil's girlfriend, being popular, and all this other stuff. It's like, it's not realistic. Twinkle, it's not going to happen. Along the way, as the filming progresses in the book, Twinkle starts to change a little bit. I think it's because, you know, the whole fantasy and all the pressure of trying to make this film good is just getting to her, and she kind of gets a big head. And, you know, that happens in these kind of stories. You know, something happens conflict-wise. I don't really know how to put into words how much I love this book, though. I was laughing at parts. My heart was, like, pounding at so many pages in this book. It was literally just amazing. I love books that are, like, in diary form because it feels so much more personal, and like you can get a better connection with the main character. When I was just a little bit in the ways of the book, I messaged Sandia and was like, you know, holy crap, this book is already so good. I've already laughed out loud. And then when I finished that, I told her she literally is like magic with her words. I love expressing to authors how much I love their book, and I just felt the need to express it to her. And I'm so happy that I got to read this. And I'm so happy that she's having another book come out. And it's just so perfect. And I can't wait to see what else she has in store. This book is just everything. That's all I can say about it. It's so funny. The relationships are so pure. Twinkle is amazing. I love her. I love the name. The one part I really liked about this book was the last entry of her diary where she's talking to her future self. And the words that Twinkle/Senya uses they're just so deep, and they really hit me because, you know, I feel like I'm going through the same thing Twinkle may be going through, you know, trying to make a name for herself. So reading that last entry in the book really hit me and really stuck with me, and it's definitely something I want to remember for myself and that I think other readers should remember. I'm going to read the last line to you guys, and if you don't want to hear it, just skip ahead a few seconds and just ignore it. But it's not really much of a spoiler, but it's just the last line that Twinkle writes in her diary entry. So remember this day, remember this moment, and go explore the universes. They're waiting. It's more pointed towards the situation in the last entry, but it feels more pointed in the direction of anything that could happen in anybody's life. It feels like it could be about anything. You know, if you're struggling with a draft, or if you're struggling to, you know, get that agent or get that publisher, or to, you know, get that book read or anything. The way I gathered that quote is that, your opportunity is waiting, and it is still going to be there. You just have to work hard at it. And that really hit me hard, and it really connected with me, and I just love that line so much. This book is just perfect, and it's never lost its pace. It never lost its characterization. There was never any bad characters. It's just perfect, and the author is perfect, and I love her, and I love her books, and I love her words, and this is just everything. And I cannot wait to see it on bookshelves, especially when I'm at work, because I will be hoping that somebody will buy the book and I will just tell them how much I loved it so much, which is something I do anyway at the bookstore when I see someone buying a book that I read, and I just talk to them about it so much, like, oh, I love this book so much. Like, good job getting that book. You'll love it. Trust me. So, I understand this is probably not a typical review, but really, my review is that I cannot put this into enough words about how much I love this book. It's just freaking amazing, and I probably sound like I'm exaggerating a lot, but I promise I'm not, because it was just so beautiful. This book does go on sale May 22nd, so in just a few short weeks. So if you haven't already pre-ordered it, go ahead and pre-order it. Follow my Instagram link down below here. Follow my Twitter if you like down below here. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will be filming a lot more. I'm very excited to be filming a lot more. I'm going to be doing some crazy stuff and vlogs and everything like that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys another time.